let it be forgot that once there was a spot for one brief shining moment that was known as Camelot.
Once upon a time in America, there were idyllic, Camelot-type communities that were predominantly black.
Poets, writers, artists, musicians, and philosophers were all key parts of the movement.
Like Harlem during the Renaissance in the 1920s. The Haiti District in Durham, North Carolina. The Black Bottom and Paradise Valley in Detroit.
In the mid-30s, most restaurants and places of entertainment were not open to black residents. So Paradise Valley was formed, filled with businesses owned and operated by blacks.
And in Michigan's capital city of Lansing, there was the St. Joe Main Street corridor on the west side of town.
It was like a black Mayberry. It was really, really nice. Everybody pretty much knew everybody, and we all kind of looked after each other.
It was an area mostly of single-family homes, ones filled with beautiful, mostly two-parent families. Crime was low, jobs were plentiful, with auto plants, state of Michigan government, and Michigan State University providing well-paying, stable employment with excellent benefits.
It was an amazing place to live. It's the kind of prototype neighborhood people want to live in today.
Also along the St. Joe Main Street corridor, there were churches, dentists and medical offices, stores, shops and restaurants, businesses of all types.
Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. Come on, baby.
There was a vibrant nightlife with clubs like the Tropicana. There were well-attended formal and themed social functions. There were excellent schools like J.W. Sexton, from where there emanated a true street beat. There were committed teachers, attentive students, and involved parents. It all began to change in 1964 with an announcement that a new freeway project designated I-496 would be built through the heart of the neighborhood. About 600 homes and 250 other buildings would have to go. From 10 to 20% of the city's black residents were about to be displaced.
But you telling me in 45 days you're gonna crush my house and you're gonna give me probably $25,000 for my house that's paid for.
We were renting a house on Main Street, so you know, whatever they got, we didn't get it.
The saying is, pardon our progress, but many of those being moved out of their homes by the I-496 freeway didn't believe that. They saw an invasion with an army of men in hard hats, armed with bulldozers and excavators, coming to demolish what they had spent years building, a beloved community. These weren't just structures, but places where people lived their lives, raised their families. Walls which once held cherished photographs and artworks were torn down and thrown into dumpsters. It wasn't just buildings being razed, a close-knit community was being torn apart.
When my parents wanted to move, they tore our house down, so we had to go somewhere. There were only a limited amount of places you could go. The areas that we wanted to live in, they wouldn't, when I say they, the white people, the realtors wouldn't let us live there. And it was actually in the Lansing State Journal, it would say colored only for some areas, or some areas said whites only. And that was only 2 or 3 blocks from where I lived.
The displacement of the heart of Lansing's black neighborhood was not unique. Such urban renewal projects were commonplace across the nation during the 50s, 60s, and 70s. An effort is underway by the Historical Society of Greater Lansing, using government grant money, to formally remember the way we were. Called Paving the Way, the project is out to chronicle through the words of those most directly and intimately affected. What was lost when the heart of Lansing's African American community was bulldozed for creation of I-496, the Olds Freeway?